conexión, ¿no? Que es lo más importante, exactamente. Si realmente llegas a conectar con un caballero que cumpla con tus expectativas, que eso es fundamental. ¿Tú tienes cuántos años?
27 años.
¿Tienes hijos?
No tengo hijos.
No. ¿Y tienes proyectado tener?
Sí, claro.
¿Cuántos te gustaría?
3.
¡Wow! Qué chévere, bueno, pero eso está bien. Bueno, mira, Luz, hoy esta noche tenemos este bolsito, tú puedes moverlo para hacer como algo un poquito más dinámico. A ver qué pregunta te sale, a ver qué podemos averiguar de ti. ¿Qué dice?
Me gustaría bailar.
¿Te gusta bailar?
Pues sí, me encanta bailar. Bastante.
¿Qué tipo de música?
Me gusta mucho el danzar, me gusta mucho el tambor y me gusta mucho la salsa.
Okay. ¿Y eres buena teacher? ¿Eres buena enseñando?
Sí.
Por lo menos, de pronto tú sabes que muchos caballeros del extranjero no tienen ese sabor latino que tenemos nosotros, entonces le puedes enseñar quizás.
Sí, claro, con mucho gusto.
Paso, más todavía. A ver, vamos a ver qué otra preguntita nos sale por aquí. Vamos a ver.
¿Cómo serían tus vacaciones perfectas?
¿Cómo serían esas vacaciones perfectas? ¿Qué país, qué lugar? ¿Cómo la has soñado?
He soñado estar en París. Me encanta mucho todo lo que tiene que ver con agua. Piscina, playa, soy feliz. No pido más. Quiero visitar a París y que en mis vacaciones sean muchos lugares diferentes donde haya playa, piscina. Voy a
Las Bahamas, por ejemplo, Cancún.
My name is Maria. I'm recording and I'm live here, not recording. I'm live from Santa Marta, Colombia. Good to see you and hear you and read you today again. I'm back. I know that you were with Manuela 2 weeks ago, and I know that she presented a lot of good news for the ones who were waiting to travel to Colombia. And we're going to talk about that obviously tonight as well, the travel updates, the dating, what's going on in Colombia right now, how is everything, and what is the upcoming tours, what tips I can give you. And remember that this is a live show and you can send your live questions in. So if you're in the webcast, you can just type them in and I will receive some of your questions and will try to answer everything as much as possible. So welcome one more time. And yeah, let's start right away with the travel updates and everything what is going on in Colombia. So first of all, we have several good news. One, I think Manuela already shared with you 2 weeks ago that you can enter right now and you don't have to be vaccinated. The ones who are vaccinated can enter like always, like before, but also the ones who are not vaccinated, there was a restriction until the 1st of May. And so you only need a PCR test 72 hours prior to travel or a antigen, which is cheaper, 48 hours prior to travel. So keep that in mind, that when you travel, that you don't do the test, the antigen, more than 48 hours prior to your travel, right? The closer you are to your travel date, the better. So keep that in mind, but that is the only restriction or the requirement, no restriction, the only requirement. And the checkmate form, that is the same form that was always required since, I don't know, the pandemic started probably. This form is a little bit tricky, but if you need any help, let us know. We recorded a video how to fill out that form. So the ones who have trouble with that, let us know. My email here in afacolombia7@gmail.com. That is my email. You can call us in Phoenix as well at 602-553-8178. You can call us anytime, and then you have different numbers you can dial in, 0 for the operator or 1 or 2 or 3, depending the department you want to talk to. But you can always call us. If you cannot reach us, please leave us a message. If not, try to call us again. And we work in work hours 9 to 5 Phoenix time, Arizona. So if you're in another time zone, that might be that we're then not working, and also it's Monday till Friday. Keep that in mind, please. But you can call us anytime, you can write us, you can email me, and I'm always happy to help you and orientate you in anything related to travel to Colombia, and to help you to connect with a woman. And yeah, so for traveling, as I said, what you need is a PCR test, an antigen test, and the checkmate form. If you are vaccinated, you don't need any test. If you are not vaccinated or you only have one shot, then or you have not completed 14 days after the second one, then you always need to show a test. So that is the update so far from the traveling, and we are really happy about that because I had quite a few clients inquiring for months who wanted to come and were not able to travel yet. So this is lifted. You can come. Everybody can travel to Colombia. So that is really, really good news. We have other good news on the other hand, which is more for the women's side here in Colombia, but it's also good news for you because there are basically 2 or 3 visa types the girls can do. One is obviously a tourist visa, and not for everybody it's so easy to get a tourist visa in Colombia. And then there's the fiancé visa and the spousal visa. So the spousal visa and the fiancé visa is obviously once you meet somebody, you get married, and you want to start the procedure and want to really formalize the relationship. But it's also some of the girls want to go for tourism, can travel to the US, and so they apply for tourist visa. And that was quite complicated, and especially after pandemic, very complicated because you need to do an interview in the embassy in Bogota. So you apply first online, and then you have to do an interview. And in the interview, they decide if you get the tourist visa or not. And then it takes a couple of weeks, and then you get that. So this is now, I think today it came out that no interview is required for renewal or also application for the visa, which is a good news because right now there are lots of people waiting for the interview, and there are no interview appointments until 2024. So the whole 2022 and whole 2023, there are no more appointments for the interview. So I think that's why they decided to skip the interviews, that everything can be virtual right now. You apply virtually, and that makes it a lot easier and also a lot cheaper because you have to not go to Bogota anymore and do the whole thing. So that is good news, and it will definitely take a little bit until they're up to date with all the tourist visas when they apply, the people who are applying for the tourist visa, because as I said, there are so many waiting because in pandemic, everything was closed nearly for 1.5 years, embassies not issuing anything. And so this is why there's a lot of demand right now, but it's good news because it's going to move quicker now, faster now, and more people are able to do their visas. So, which is great news here. Then maybe you had some news in the US about the strikes we had going on in Colombia. But this is, I wanted to give you an update there because I know news are sometimes pushing hard or giving bad updates or whatever. So there were several things going on in the last week, but it was basically because one of the bigger narco traffic guys was how is it called in English? But they transported him to the United States to do the whole process there. And so there was a little protest from his supporters, and so, but that is basically over. The strike was over yesterday, so everything is good, and it's only certain areas on the road. So if you're thinking about traveling to Colombia on an airplane and being in the city, no problem. I talked to everybody in all the offices. Everybody's fine. The office in the cities, nothing is happening. It's more in the villages on roads where there were some problems. But in the big cities where the offices are in Barranquilla, Cartagena, Medellin itself, we had no problems, no issue. Nothing. We had people going from Cartagena to Barranquilla on the road too, no problem. So it's just certain areas. But if you come by plane and you stay in the city and you stay in the tourist area, everything is normal. So so the ones who are thinking about traveling this week, next week, in 2 weeks and 3 weeks, you can be assured everything is good. I would not recommend you maybe taking a car right now and drive all around the country. But as I said, on the airplane way, everything is calm. So the news, it's sometimes, as I said, like lots of bad news at the same time. But yeah, we are here. Everything is okay. So if you're planning on traveling, you're welcome. We would love to have you here. We help you with everything. You're not alone. If you need us to pick you up at the airport, we do that. If you need us to reserve a hotel for you, we know the hotels, we know the people, we know the driver, we know everybody. So in case you need support there, no problem. That's why we are here. That's why we do that. And yeah, just let us know and we're happy to assist you in that. So what else are we going to do today? We're going to talk a little bit about our tours because we have a couple of tours coming up. And I also want to give you some tips about the tours, talk about what to do, what not to do on a tour or in general in the dating, scams, what to do against scams, what scams there are, if there are. And so I want to talk a little bit about that. We have also two lovely ladies from Cartagena from our last social event we interviewed, and I don't want to hold them off. I want to present them to you so that you hopefully can meet them, two lovely ladies. And we also have two testimonials from two nice clients who found their other half and who were successful. One met his now wife on the tour in Barranquilla, and the other one they met via letters. So I will present you both testimonials and hope you can enjoy that. And if you see that it's possible to meet somebody, it's possible to get married, it's possible to find your wife in this country. So yeah, that's what I would love to show you. And let me check what you are, if you're sending already something in, your questions. Remember that you can always send your questions in or say hi. I'm always happy to read you. And so let's see. Alaska after midnight is saying good day, everyone from Alaska. Hey, how are you doing? Good day from Alaska. Good day from Medellin, from Colombia, I want to say, from Santa Marta. Eric, hi Eric, how are you? Thank you for sending the updated flight information. Eric is telling us that the round trip from Cleveland during the AFA tours in August 18th to Barranquilla, that is where we have the next tour exactly. In Barranquilla, August 18th is $330 US round trip. And September 22nd to Medellin is $350 round trip. Very good prices, definitely. McKissick is asking an individualized tour costs about $1,000. And no, McKissick, it's more. It's, I think, 1,595, 1,495 it starts. And then it depends if you do 7, 10, or 14 days. And G is asking, what do I get for the 1,495 club package? Exactly, that is the package, 1,495. I will get into that a little bit later, but generally speaking, you have included up to, for the 7-day package, up to 21 dates in 7 days. So up to 3 dates per day, always depending of the availability of the woman. And they are obviously not available, I cannot organize the date, but we're always looking for alternatives if she's not available or not interested. So basically you get up to 21 dates. You have the airport pickup included, but you do have to take care of your hotel and your flight yourself. And we help you in all the organization of the dates. If you come, we have the office every day. You come in the office, and then we assist you, helping you, selecting you who you would like to meet. And yeah, so that is basically you. Usually it's 7, 10, or 15 days. I always recommend, if you do that package, that you maybe come a little bit longer if it's possible, or if you cannot, if you can only do the 7 days, that you do the first 4 days or 5 days, 3 dates per day, and then keep yourself a little bit space for day number 6 and 7 minimum to be able to repeat. Because if you only go on dates and dates and dates and dates and every day 3 dates, you meet a lot of women, but you don't make a lot of deeper connections, right? So give yourself a little bit time, or you stay longer so that you can repeat. So you do, for example, 7 or 10 days of service, and then if you can stay another 5 or 6 or 7 days, you can repeat with the ones. Or if you can really only come for a week, then do the 7-day service, but give yourself after day 4 or 5 the time to repeat the dates, so that you really can go home and have a deeper connection. Usually you stay in touch with a couple of them, and then you keep on texting and talking and communicating. And then the idea would usually to be coming back after 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, what is possible to deepen the relationship and really start the relationship. Some might be able to start a relationship already and find the right one in the first 7 days, but more realistic is that you make a lot of good connections, and then of those connections you keep on talking, and then once you come back, you deepen those connections, and then you start the relationship. So that is usually how it goes with the individual package. It, but as I said, important that you keep yourself a little bit room. Yes, Medellin is sold out. Definitely in June is sold out. The one in September, I think, is not yet sold out. So if you are looking to, let me check on the website right away. But if you're looking for Medellin in June, it's sold out. You can still put yourself on the waiting list if you want. So in case somebody cancels, because that happens, guys cancel sometimes last minute. So if you're on the waiting list, I can call you, or Michelle will call you and let you know, and then you can go hopefully last minute. So let me see if we have something updates for the August tour. So August and September. August we have Barranquilla. No, we still have spaces for Medellin in September. So if you cannot make it because June is sold out, then you can come in September 22nd. That would be the date for the Medellin tour, or August 18th for Barranquilla. So that would be the closest tours right now. So, Tom, hi. Tom Wooden says, hi, Maria. Hi, Tom. Thank you for saying hi. And hello from California. Good to see you, Maria. Hi, Carlos. Nice that you are here. Thank you for writing. It's always so nice when you say hi. And Elia, can a foreign buy a house there? Yes, Elia, you can buy a house in Colombia. Actually, if you invest more than $150,000, and there's a small visa and a bigger visa, depending on the amount you're investing, you can get a permanent residency right away. One is for 3 years, and the other one, I think you get right away for 5 years, or for forever. And so it depends on the amount. I would have to check back exactly how much the amount is, but 150,000, I think, is already for the bigger visa, which gives you a 5-year as a residency right away. And which is great, because then you can invest, you can buy a house. A good investment is often the Airbnbs, because it's very common to use Airbnb here. So cities like Medellin, Barranquilla, Cartagena, but also other cities who are touristy, work really well with renting out Airbnbs. And so you can invest and still make some money while you are not here, right? And when you come, then you can stay in your house, for example. So that is a little bit about, we're going to get into your questions a little bit further, but let me talk about a little bit the tour, because you already asking for the tours and the tour dates. So as you already saw, June, August, September, and then we have in November, Cartagena. I would recommend you signing up for the tour soon. Don't leave it until the last moment, because we have a huge demand right now from all sides. After pandemic, lots of people travel right now and are wanting to travel, so there's a huge demand in general. Then the fact that there's no vaccination required anymore in Colombia makes it even more attractive right now, because everybody can travel. And unfortunately, also the Ukrainian situation didn't help. Obviously, nobody can travel really there, so a lot of people come and go to Latin America. So just that you keep that in mind in case the tours are interested, you're interested in the tours. Don't wait last minute until you sign up, because they are sold out. You see, Medellin is sold out already, and it is already sold out for 3 weeks. So we sold out 2 months ago. So as I said, I would not wait too long to sign up for the other tours. Let's talk a little bit about tours, about the tips I can give you if you want to go on a tour or to come to Colombia, what you should keep in mind, what you should do, what you should not do. So first of all, which is good if you prepare for a tour with us, that you know who you would like to date, right? Not exactly which person, but what kind of woman you're looking for. Age range, more or less. Are you open that she has children? Generally, I would recommend you that you are open that she has children, because most of the women have children in Latin America, and it's a family-oriented culture, and most of the women are willing to have a child, one child more or 2 more, but generally the women are a little bit more serious when they have children, which is logical, because if you are a mother, and if most of them are single mothers, have to work hard, have to raise the children, have to do everything. So they're really grateful for a man who is there, who is responsible, who is going to take care of them, right? And be in charge and all that. So if you can be open with somebody who has already a child, maybe the child can be older, or even sometimes some guys really want to have a baby. So if it's smaller. So, but generally speaking, I have good experience with a woman who have children already. Because the ones who don't, right, it's a little bit like with everywhere, they are in the minority, and as they are in the minority, they have more demand. There are more people interested, so they have more guys who want to meet them, who want to go out with them. So so if you are open, you can meet maybe more women. You have more to choose from because you narrowed it very much down your search already. So I would always recommend you keep an open mind with the children. Most women are really good mothers, and they really would love to have a man who is not right away the father, but who is just there, and be a nice partner and respect and accept the children. And everything you can talk through, obviously, and talk with her how that would work. But yeah, just that as a tip. In general, as I said, have clear who you are looking for. Don't get distracted. I often say that when we do an orientation meeting. Also, we do an orientation meeting in the tour, so everything I tell now, I also tell you when you are there. We also do a prior phone call usually before you even board on the plane. And so, but generally keep in mind that you know who you want, what you want, where you want to be, and have your age range clear as well. Because if you are here, you will experience that you often can date a lot younger than you expected to date. So, which is nice, obviously, as you are a man, it's always nice, obviously, to have the experience to date somebody who's a lot younger, and it's fun, and it's nice. But I have seen it very often. I'm in all of the tours, and I've done it a lot of times, and I see men who knew what they wanted, but they got a little bit distracted in the whole search. Why? Because you meet a lot of women in the tours, right? We have the socials Friday and Saturday evening. You have unlimited introductions. So you will meet and see a lot of women, which you are not used to. You are not used to go in a room where you have 100 women sitting, waiting for you. And so, of course, the temptation is there if a girl who's 20, 25, 30 years younger than you wants to go out with you. So I'm not saying you cannot do that. I always say everybody is an adult and everybody can do what they want to do. But if it's really successful, if it will be leading you where you want to go, it's a different thing, right? So so that as a tip, keep that in mind. If you say, I don't want a woman younger than 40, then don't do it. I mean, you can go out with somebody who's 20, but if you know that this is what you want, don't get distracted in the other way. Because the women are also knowing that you are there. And most of them are very genuine, very sincere, looking for a really nice connection. But some are also knowing how to get a man and how to use certain woman weapons we have. And so, so keep that in mind and don't get too distracted, right? Keep your path, stays there, and talk to us, right? We are there in the office, everybody, and we can help you to not get lost in the whole dating, in the whole international dating. Because I've seen it also happens all the time. The guy meets somebody Friday evening on the social, and the woman doesn't want him to go on the Saturday social. But why? Because obviously he's going to meet another 100 women, and she doesn't want that. So what she's doing everything on the first day to get your attention so that you fall in love already and think you have that right woman often. And sometimes you guys come and are in kind of a hurry, and that sometimes makes it problematic, because if you're in a hurry and she knows that and she wants to manipulate you that you don't go to the second social or that you don't meet other women, she might do that and you might fall in the trap. So don't do that. Even if you have a really good connection on Friday evening, and even if you take her on the city tour on Saturday morning, still, I recommend you go to the Saturday evening social and meet the other 100 women. Why? Because if she is the one, she will be the one. You can meet another 10 women, but you will have the connection with her. It will not go away. But she obviously doesn't want you because she's scared, and that's normal, and that's not, it's normal. But try to be really nice, you can tell her, I signed up for the program, I have to go, but no worries, let's meet tomorrow again, right? Sunday, make another date with her for Sunday or for Monday, so that she knows she has something to look forward to. And try to treat everybody with respect, because that's what I'm already saying. Like, there are a lot of women who won't like to meet you, and they cannot maybe meet you because you are meeting already somebody else. So try always be nice, respectful, because it's not an easy thing for them as well to date, and to date with so many women at the same time as well. So don't get distracted, right? Be respectful. Try not to get too physically. This is not a sex tour. So there are two things here. This is not a sex tour. So don't behave like you are on a sex tour, because we have that sometimes as well. And it's really not a good impression we give as an agency, because we are saying this is serious, this is for marriage, this is for finding a real partner. And then if you guys just come and want to have sex, and just that, doesn't make a good impression. So, and on the other hand, I had this on the tour happening that the guys were very serious, but the women want to get you into the bedroom. And of course, that is one of the manipulations they do, right? So if you want to go that way, do it, but I would recommend you not doing it, because once you get physically involved with somebody, and especially in Colombia, the drama is going to start. And if you do that and you meet different women at the same time, believe me, you're going to have maybe not the nicest week of the week as you would like to have, because you bring yourself in some troubles and meeting too many different women and getting physically involved in them. So try to be always very straight what you want, communicative, but also on the other hand, clear, right? And also not saying distant, because it's not about being distant, it's about making the connection, but not being vulnerable and manipulative, and being able to get manipulated, right? So if you stay straight in your thing, if you do more talking than physically getting involved, getting really to know that person, I would really recommend you that, because the more you can get to know the person, the more time you can spend, and not just that week in general. If you can come back afterwards, if you can spend more time with 1, 2, 3, it's similar like the individual package, what I told you. Give yourself time to repeat dates, not only do introductions, if not really like try to make the connection. If you're not sure what to do, come to us. We are here. We are several people attending you, helping you, setting up everything. So we are there to help you. What is appropriate, what is not appropriate, what should you do, what not. And so this is, I think, some tips. Also, money, right? Money is always a thing. So let me give you some tips about money. What is appropriate, what is not appropriate. So there are scams and red flags sometimes. Generally speaking, if a woman asks you for money, it's not a good sign. It doesn't have to be always a scam or a red flag right away, because culturally, you have to understand that you are looking for a traditional woman. Traditional woman means here as well, the man provides and the woman takes care of the home. And that already starts when you are meeting, right? So she is expecting that you're doing the first steps. She is expecting that you invite her. She is expecting most of the times that you take care of her transportation, which means if she's going home on a dinner date after 10 o'clock, she cannot take a bus, so it is very nice, and this is gentleman behavior, and the women are like kind of expecting that the man takes care of them. So make sure that she gets home safe, right? That she arrives safe and that she gets home safe. All those things, they really appreciate that, because they like that, or every woman likes that. And so be attentive, be detail oriented, make some compliments, be a gentleman, open the door, let her go first. All those things are expected, right? It's not expected that you pay. I don't like, some women might, but then the expectations are wrong, and that sometimes happens. So it's good if she says, I need some taxi money. Usually we tell you, hey, she needs some money for going home with a taxi. So this is a common thing. But if she then asks you, I need money for buying shoes, or I need money for makeup, or I need money for a new dress or a new bathing suit, then is a point where you can consider if you want to do that. But generally speaking, I would put a hold there and see, because you're not the one responsible solving her economical problems after the first date, right? If you're in a relationship for 5 months, it's a different thing. But if you are just meeting, you are not responsible to pay for her bathing suit, right? And in general, her life. Or if you went on 2-3 dates and then you keep on talking and then you go home, I mean, if she is really in a bad situation, ask you one time for money because she really needs help, because she has to buy some medicaments, whatever, that can happen. But you will see, if this is happening more than once, then you should say, okay, no, this is not what I want. And you can say no. The man often, and that happens as well on the tours. So that's why I'm saying don't get distracted, don't get manipulated. Sometimes the woman take you to a shopping center and say, oh, the shoes are so nice and this is so beautiful. Look, this dress is so beautiful on me. And obviously she wants you to buy it. And most of the men do it, but you don't have to, right? You can always say no and say, hey, we're on a date right now. I would really like to get to know you first. And then I am happy to buy you some details, right? But you are not there to solve her economic life, her financial problems. Most of them might have them because it's a country which has a lot of, especially in the woman, if they are single mothers. And as I said, it's not easy, especially after pandemic, that can happen, but you are not responsible for that. And don't feel bad. And you can say no. If you hear something, see something you don't know, you're not sure of, talk to us. Sometimes the men are also sensible and it's a cultural thing here. And we tell you, hey, this is okay. Don't worry, this is normal. For example, sometimes it happens she asks for a babysitter because if she goes on the date, she doesn't have a babysitter. So sometimes the man does pay for the babysitter. So some things are normal and we can talk about, but everything related to money, general, be a little bit careful, and everything related to sex as well, because that are the both things who come together in manipulation.
Chicos, les quiero presentar en esta oportunidad a nuestra bella afiliada Jessica. Jessica tiene el perfil 203525. ¿Cómo estás, Jessica? Buenas noches, bienvenida.
Hola, buenas noches, bien, gracias.
Jessica, ¿es tu primer evento?
Sí, señora.
Sí. ¿Y cuáles son tus expectativas? ¿Vienes recomendada? ¿Qué te han comentado?
Bueno, me hablaron un poco de la agencia, en realidad no conozco a nadie acá, pero quise inscribirme y pues bueno, espero poder encontrar a mi caballero ideal.
Qué bueno. ¿Y cómo es ese caballero ideal para conocerlo un poquito?
Bueno, que sea una persona atenta, detallista, decente.
Okay. Para compartir, ¿quieres tener hijos? ¿Ya tienes hijos?
No, no tengo hijos. Sí me gustaría hacer una familia con una persona del extranjero y pues si es posible irme a vivir fuera.
¿Qué edad tienes tú?
27 años.
Estás en muy buena edad. ¿Estás estudiando ahorita? ¿Trabajas?
Trabajo.
Okay. ¿Cuál es tu profesión?
Soy tecnóloga en delineante de arquitectura, ingeniería y decoradora de interiores.
Bueno, una profesión muy bonita, muy interesante porque tienes que ser como bastante creativa, ¿cierto? Bueno, y cuéntame, ¿qué ciudad te llamaría la atención para vivir? ¿Tienes alguna en mente? ¿Alguna que te llame así como más?
Ciudad fuera del país.
Sí, sí. Fuera de Colombia, en este caso, como dice que te quieres ir a vivir al extranjero.
Exacto, me gustaría vivir en Estados Unidos.
Ok. Directamente.
Exactamente.
Bueno. Y acerca de ti, ¿qué te gusta hacer? ¿Cuál es tu pasatiempo favorito?
Bueno, me gusta hacer deporte.
¿Qué
me
tipo de
gusta
deporte? ¿Alguno especial?
Más que todo, pues corro o voy a gimnasio, me gusta mucho. Y ya.
¿Te gusta hacer la vida fitness?
Sí.
Pero de vez en cuando una pizza o una hamburguesita.
Exacto, no, eso sí.
Como para una tarde chévere diferente.
Sí,
Qué bueno, está bien. Si tuvieses que hacerle una pregunta interesante a través de la cual puedas crear una conexión con un caballero, para ti, ¿cuál sería esa pregunta como puntual que te gustaría conocer de ellos en este caso? O de esa persona con la cual crearías esa conexión.
No sé.
¿Se te viene algo a la mente? De pronto, no sé, algo orientado hacia la parte familiar, ¿no?
Sí, más que todo a la parte familiar, cómo se lleva con sus padres, con quién vive, si tiene hijos. Más que todo sería eso.
Chévere. Bueno, esperamos que esta noche sea algo especial para ti, esta primera noche como tal. Muchas gracias. Y bueno, chicos, si quieren conocer un poquito más de Jessica, 203525 es su perfil para que se puedan conectar. Gracias. Dunis.
Montería.
Ah, de Montería, bueno. Monteriana. Dunis.
Bueno, de Ciénaga de Oro, pero vivo en Montería.
Ok, perfecto. Dunis es nuestra afiliada número 202663. Una preciosa mujer madura. Dunis, ¿cuántos años tienes?
50 años.
50 años, wow, qué chévere. ¿Tienes hijos?
No, no tengo hijos.
No tienes hijos, ok. O sea, ¿te gustaría conseguir ya una pareja como para compartir?
Sí, me gustaría conseguir una pareja que sea para compartir, una persona que sea bien interesante, que sea un hombre que sea educado, que sea cariñoso, con muy buenas costumbres, con muy buena hoja de vida. Bueno,
Mejor dicho, que
Sí.
cumpla con varios requisitos. Y cuéntame cuál es tu profesión, qué haces.
soy contadora, trabajo en una empresa eh, del sector público. Y fuera de eso, soy también, trabajo como independiente también.
Eres emprendedora, tienes tu propio
Negocio, tengo mi propio negocio. Sí.
acerca de todo lo que es la parte de
Tengo un negocio alterno, distinto a mi carrera como contadora. Trabajo en esa empresa, en la empresa, pues no voy a decir cuál es la empresa, pero una empresa del sector público y trabajo como contadora de esa empresa. Y mi negocio es independiente, pero es sobre venta de ropa.
Ah, ok.
Sí.
Tienes tu negocio. Bueno, maravilloso, una mujer bastante emprendedora. ¿Y qué te gusta hacer? ¿Cuáles son tus hobbies? ¿Qué haces en tu tiempo libre?
Bueno, la verdad me gusta leer, me gusta compartir con mis amigos, soy muy sociable, me gusta viajar, me gusta ir mucho a restaurantes.
¿Cuál es tu comida preferida?
La comida italiana, me gusta mucho la comida árabe. ¿Qué más?
¿Algún país que te llame la atención de conocer?
Sí, me gustaría Europa, me gustaría ir, en mi próximo viaje pues me gustaría ir a Europa y bueno, en estos momentos tengo pensado ir en el próximo mes, voy a conocer Turquía y Egipto.
Qué bueno, interesantísimo. ¿Y cuáles son tus expectativas esta noche del evento? Porque entiendo que es tu primera vez.
Sí, conocer a alguien, alguien pues
¿Con quién establecer un poquito esa
un
conexión?
poquito de conexión, pues por lo menos conversar, conocerlo de amigos y que a un futuro pues de pronto quizás.
Perfecto.
Pero mientras tanto pues conocer a alguien.
Exactamente,
Sí.
todo paso a paso.
Así es.
Bueno, esperamos que disfrutes esta noche a través de A Foreign Affair, que se te da esta oportunidad, que sea una noche mágica y puedes mandarle un mensaje a cualquiera de esos caballeros que te pueden estar viendo en este momento, que pueden escribirte una carta, contactarte al 202663. Chicos, si le quieren hacer alguna pregunta a Duny, es una mujer bastante interesante, emprendedora, madura, quiere su compañero para compartir, ya saben que pueden contactarla directamente.
Muchas gracias. Bueno, un saludo muy especial a todos ustedes. Contenta de estar aquí, de conocerlos, de tener la oportunidad de conocer a esa persona, por ejemplo, de otro país, o si es de aquí mismo de Colombia. La verdad es que no sé no sé quiénes son las personas que están
Todos extranjeros.
Entonces, si son todos extranjeros, pues encantada en conocerlos, conocer su cultura, sus costumbres.
Qué bonito.
Bueno, entonces sería
Así
increíble.
será, así será. Vamos a disfrutar entonces esta noche, Duny. Muchísimas gracias por tu tiempo. Gracias.
And Jessica from Cartagena. So I hope you like them, and I hope you are motivated to get to know them. So how can you meet the girls, right? This is usually the question. You send me an email. I want to know that woman. That is no problem. Send me an email, and I try to explain to you how you contact her. So there are several ways how to contact one of the girls you like, and you see on the website, or you see in the videos. So we have basically 3 different ways, right? One is letters, the other one is video calls, and the other one is in-person meeting. So if you ask me, obviously the in-person meeting is the most important, right? But obviously it's good to have a connection and a communication also prior. So how can you do that, and what would I recommend you? So if you like a woman, for example, you like Doonies, so you say, oh, Doonies is a really woman I would like to meet, then you can go on loveme.com, or depends, you can also go to medellindating.com, barranquillasingles.com, cartagenawomen.com. That are all our Colombian websites, but our main website is loveme.com, and there you can search by ID. On all of the websites you can search by ID. So if you have the ID, for example, from June is 20, 26, 63, you just can put it, see her profile, right-hand side, let's send her flowers, also there. So if you want to write her a letter, you can click directly in her profile and send her the letter there. Or you log in into your account. You can register for free on the website. If you want to start sending messages, you have to put credit on your account, and you can put $50, $30, $100, whatever you want to put in, and then this credit you can use for the letters, for example. So when you are in your account, you can also select the ID of the woman you would like, and then she comes up in your account. You don't have to go on the website. If not, you just log in into your account. Then you can write her a letter. So the letters, I received a message, why do you pay for the letters? The letters, A, it's a whole system we're setting up. B, we have offices where we have people working. We have translators working for you, translating the letters, sending them to the girls, contacting the girls directly. We usually call them or send them a WhatsApp, and always ask them if they like your profile, if they would like to meet you, what they would like to tell you. And then she writes a letter, we translate it to you, send it back to you. And so that would be the first way how to get to know her. So if you have questions, if she has dogs, if she likes children, if she can travel to the US, if she has traveled outside of the country, and to present yourself, like to make the first impression, I would recommend you to write a letter. I would always recommend you writing a letter with the aim to travel, right? If you just, you can write letters for writing letters, but what is the point of it? So the point for me is writing 1 or 2, 3, 4 letters, present yourself, who are you, what you are looking for, see what she says, if she's interested, if she's not interested, if you're on the same page, maybe you want children, she doesn't, right? So maybe you already find that out in 1 or 2 letters, and then you don't have to waste time on a date or spend money on a date. So the letters would be the first step to do so. You can also set up a video call. Also, you can set up a video call without writing letters, but I tell you, the women are sometimes like, why, who is he, right? So do a letter first, 1 or 2, then maybe do a video call, right? See how she feels, how you feel. And then if they feel there's a connection, then you can travel. Or if you say, I don't want to do anything of that prior, don't write a letter, don't do a video call, just call us, right? Decide if you want to do the tour, if you want to do the individual package, what I told you, which is $1,500 US for 7 days of 21 introductions. Or you can also pay for individual introductions, which means if you want to do less than 10, the price is cheaper. If you do more than 10 dates in a week, then definitely go for the individual package. But you can also pay per date for introductions. If you say, I want to go to Cartagena and I only want to meet 3 women, because some of you guys don't want to meet hundreds of women. Some of you really are specific what you want. So I want to go on 3 dates. Then you can just let us know who you would like to meet. We contact the woman and set up the dates for you, and you don't even have to write a letter. As I said, like if you write a letter, your chances might be bigger because you can explain more about you. You can tell her more about yourself. But if you don't want that, that's okay. It's possible. But I always would recommend you at some point have in mind that you travel, because if you are just sitting at home and writing, how are you going to meet your girlfriend? Never, if you don't hop on a plane and go there, you know? So we really encourage you to come, to meet, to come to the office, to talk to us. We are here, we are your matchmakers helping you in that. So in the international dating. So that would be the easiest way. So maybe write a letter, 2, 3, 4, see if there's a connection, write to different ones, see who's coming back to you, and then maybe directly set up a travel or a video call and deepen the relationship. The more you can talk to her, you will feel when there's a connection. I had a question here. Let me check back in your questions. How do you know Mark? I think Mark, hi Mark. Mark Smas is asking, how do I know if there's a connection with another woman? I think he related to the tour, but the same as with the letters. After writing 3, 4, 5 letters, you will feel if the girl is excited, if you're excited, if you like her, if not. And the same as when you are on a date or on a tour, on a social or on different dates. If you haven't dated here, I would recommend you going on different dates so that you feel it, that you feel how it is to date here. And then you will feel with who you have a connection. You will feel you are excited about, who you like, where you laugh, where you feel easy, where the conversation is easygoing without even that you both speak the language. You feel nervous, you know, you will feel it. And if you have several ones where you feel the same, that's okay. Time will tell, and you just repeat, and repeat with her, and spend as much time as possible, because the more time you will spend, the more you will get to know her, and the more you will feel if the connection is still there. Sometimes there are connections which are quick and then they're gone again. So the more time you can spend, the more time you can invest meeting her in person, the better. And obviously prior to that, it's possible, if you want to do the whole package, we have the VIP program, which includes everything from correspondence. You have a $500 correspondence credit. You have 20 hours of 50 to 20 hours of video calls. You have 10 days of attendance plus 8 hours included of translation. You have 2 months of matchmaking. So it's a completely whole package in the VIP. You can do that all year long. I recommend you doing this 2 months prior to your travel, so that you are ready when you are traveling, that you really meet your top 5, top 10, top 7, top 3 candidates, up to you. It's a VIP service. This is totally personalized. So every client is different there, but we have that. So take care of, make use of the tools, make use of the matchmakers. It is not only virtual, it is not only internet, it is not just a normal dating site, it's a matchmaking agency, and there are real people working. In every office, we have our office managers. You saw Manuela already. The ones who are with me connected already for quite a time. You saw ladies, you saw Ginella. I told you we have to get Alexandra here as well. We have different beautiful people working here every day to make that possible. So let me get into your questions a little bit, and then I think we will run out of time to do 2 testimonials today. I think we were going to show you only one, and then I'll leave you the next one for the next time. But let me get into your questions, because you're asking quite a lot, and I really would like to help you, because I see there are a lot of new people as well who are not familiar yet with us. So I would love to help you to take a decision. Ali is saying, I'm not American nationality. Could I join your dating program? Ali, yes, of course. Everybody from all over the world is welcome to join AFA. We are an international dating agency, and we are based in the United States, but we are not only United States. We have clients from all over the world, from Australia, from Europe, from everywhere. And so we have also Latin clients who go to Ukraine or even go to different countries in Latin America. We have lots of Mexican clients who come to Colombia. So yeah, there is no borders, right? That's what we do. We love that, and we love to match everybody. So you don't have to be American to join the dating program. Let me see. Charles is saying, I'm thinking about booking a trip. Charles, that is fantastic. I would encourage you to do that. A trip to Colombia, even if you don't meet the love of your life, Colombia is amazing. It's a beautiful country. There's so many things to do, so many things to see, so nice people, beautiful cities, beautiful landscape, beautiful nature, amazing beaches, oceans, islands. San Andres Island, I just been there in April, amazing turquoise water, white beaches. So even if you go just on a vacation, you will not regret it. Colombia is beautiful. So definitely, if you think about coming, I'm the first one, obviously, to tell you to do so. I fell in love with the country. I stayed here. I live here for 5 years. So if you think about coming, yeah, don't hesitate, please. Brian. Hi, Brian. Hi, Maria. Will you do the Barranquilla tour in August? This is my first tour. What should I looking for? And I know it will be exciting. Yes, it will be exciting. And the same as when you go on a tour, and even if you don't find the love of your life, believe me, you're going to have an amazing time. It's exciting. It's fun. You're making new friends, not only with a woman, also with the men on the tour, because you're all looking for the same. You're all there for the same reason. You all have the same mindset. And this is very liberating, because most of the times you don't find that. So often the guys connect really easily because they say, wow, he's like me and I'm like him, and we're like the same, and we have the same interests, and let's come together. So it's always a lot of fun. What should you keep in mind for the tour? Just have fun, come with a positive mindset, be open-minded. You date in another country, you date in another culture. don't compare it to your culture, don't compare it to your dating, don't compare it, it's different. And you're here for an adventure and for do something new, and that is going to happen. So it will be probably completely different than you expect. And the best is not to expect, just flow with it, have fun, be open-minded, and enjoy it. That would be my tip. And if you want to look at some of the girls and maybe send us a hot list over so that we can organize some dates prior, I would recommend you doing that. But if even that is not a thing, because I have a lot of men who say, I don't want to do anything, I don't want to invite anybody, I just want to go, I want to have fun, and you don't have to do anything. That's why we're here. We do everything for you. We organize everything for you. We always invite women so that you don't panic. How can I know that the woman I like will be there? So we always invite, mostly on the socials, women from, let's put it, 25 to 40. That is our main age range. We do less, we do more, but the main age range is that. Mostly we try women without children or only one child, some who speak English, the ones who are beautiful, have a good figure, are sporty, active. That are usually the ones we invite to the socials. So even if you don't invite anybody yourself, I'm 100% sure you will meet a lot of women you like. So let's see what else you're having. We are already getting to the end of the show, but I would like to answer some more of your question. Eric Lee is asking, will the AFA office be in the Du Park Hotel permanently? Yes. For now, we moved. We had, unfortunately, after so many years, we had to move the office. We love the office, but we love our office now in Du Park as well. The Du Park is a really nice hotel. It's in a really perfect location because you're 1 block away from Parque Higueras. It's a really nice hotel. So yes, the office will stay there, and yeah, you can come anytime. Manuela will be helping you, and in the other cities we have the offices as well in the best neighborhoods of the city. So, and if you, as I said, need help, any airport pickup, we will be helping you and getting you at the airport. So let me see, what else questions do you have? Questions about the Colombian tours. Edward, I went on the AFA tour to Ukraine last year in 2021. I met several women at the socials with no profiles on the AFA website. Would this also happen on an AFA tour to Colombia? Ladies with no AFA profile. I prefer, it updated. I prefer to know a lot about the women I meet and that AFA has vetted them first. So good question. It's funny because sometimes I have both, right? I have been, I would like to meet a lot of new girls who have never been on the website. You want to meet somebody we know better. So both does happen. In Colombia, it's not that we have a lot of new women. We do have, put it maybe 10, 15 maximum per night, sometimes more, sometimes less, sometimes we don't have any. But generally, before she comes to the social, we have her basic information, right? What we don't know is her dating behavior, right? And sometimes with the new girls, we don't know that really well, but we have obviously a lot of women we do know that very well. And so if you are wanting that recommendation, definitely talk to us and we give you that recommendation. And if you don't want to meet new women, then you don't do that. As I said, the percentage is maybe a 10% maximum, even can be less. So so there are new ones, and that is also a plus sometimes, because as they're very new, you are the first ones to meet. So often with the new ones, there's a lot of connection right away. So it's positive. But on the other hand, as you are saying, we don't know them yet very well because they're very new. So if you want to do the feedback, have the feedback, then talk to us, and then we definitely organize the days with the ones we personally know, right? So what else are you asking me? Yeah, I think we're getting through the questions. So I would love to, if you have more questions, send them in. I will answer one more time. And meanwhile, we do the testimonial. As I said, we have 2 testimonials prepared for tonight, but we only do one. So next time we do Sam and Carolina. That will be next time. Sam and Carolina met on a Barranquilla tour in 2019, and she is there. She has the green card. They got married. They're happy. And so next time I show you the Sam and Carolina testimonial. But today I would love to show you the John and Natalia testimonial. You saw that, I think, in the last show 1 month ago with me. I showed you a short version, I think it was 1 minute, where he proposed to her. This is the longer version. They met in letters. He came one time, then he had to come back another time. and they were in letters for 6 months until he came and met her. He proposed to her a month ago in the office in Medellin, and they gave us the testimonial. So it is a short 5-minute testimonial. Next show, I'm going to show you the other one, and then I get one more time into your questions, and yeah, see you in a couple of minutes.
Bueno, John y yo nos conocimos en septiembre del año pasado. Pues obviamente él me envió una carta y yo la respondí. Pues desde un principio me pareció siempre muy caballero, muy respetuoso, se notaba pues como ya muy maduro, buscando algo serio, que obviamente pues era lo que yo también quiero. Y no, yo creo que desde un principio hicimos un match y ya llevamos 5 meses como novios y estamos comprometidos para casarnos.
John, what was your first impression about Natalia?
I got 3. First one was I didn't know she speak good English. Number 2, she loved horror movies. Number 3, we both like comedy.
For you, it's very important that the girls speak English. That make everything easier for you, or the Spanish, like the language barrier, it's bigger.
Language barrier is bigger, but it's also good to have certain little bit English, but it all depends on the person. If the person is a man, the woman speaking all English, it's okay. But when I found out that we communicated real good by her speaking just a little English, it was wonderful. So that's how we communicated, and we've been communicating since September, every single day.
Nati, y te pregunto, por ejemplo, ¿cómo ha sido la comunicación contigo y con John? Pues, ¿te ha parecido muy complicado el hecho de que él hable inglés, tú hables español? Claro que tú tienes como bases de inglés también.
No, pues obviamente cuando empezamos pues mi inglés no era pues tan bueno y yo me propuse pues la meta de querer entenderle y querer pues como mejorar como esa parte, porque pues digamos el hecho de que yo no entienda bien lo que me quiera decir pues puede provocar como algo malentendido y obviamente pues no lo quería. Entonces comencé a practicar todos los días y ya pues cuando empezamos a hablar del todo pues obviamente ya con él practicaba a diario y yo muchas veces le hacía preguntas sobre cómo se dice esto, qué quiere decir esto, y si no pues me ayudaba pues con las herramientas disponibles pues para traducción. Para mí es pues fundamental y hasta el momento pues nos hemos entendido bien. Cuando de pronto me habla muy rápido porque pues se le olvida, yo le digo please speak slow, y pues hemos mejorado pues mucho en esa parte. Y también pues quiero que él aprenda español y hasta el momento pues ya dice algunas frasecitas.
John, why a Colombian girl? Why not a girl from other country?
Because I did show other women, it was the Latino women answer my letters faster than other women. I get turned down by Russian and Asian women. So Latino women kept answering my letters. So it wasn't I chose them, they chose me. And plus I had a fascination with Latino women anyway in my life, so ever since the 70s. So ever since Rita Romero, Gloria Estefan, Sheila E., and so on. So I've always been my love for Latino women.
Natalia, ¿y están pensando ya en irse a vivir a Estados Unidos o qué planean hacer? ¿Cómo planean hacerlo?
Pues sí, queremos obviamente solicitar pues la visa fiancé. Vamos a empezar pues pronto con ese proceso y sí, claro, pues yo estoy totalmente abierta al cambio de país porque pues desde que lo conocí la primera o tercera palabra que leí es mi sueño es vivir en Estados Unidos y me dijo ok, perfecto. Entonces sí, obviamente sí queremos hacer vida en Michigan.
Tú tienes un hijo, ¿cómo ha sido todo con tu hijo? O sea, John está abierto a que tú te vayas con tu hijo, ¿cómo ha sido la relación ahí con tu hijo?
No, súper bien, súper bien. Cuando hacíamos llamadas siempre estaba pues con mi niño lo saludaba, él también lo saludaba, pues varias veces incluso le envió regalitos pues a mi niño y claro, él está totalmente pues de acuerdo en que yo me vaya a vivir con él, que sería lo correcto.
John, what do you think about the fact that she has a children?
Fine with me to have a child. We're both parents, so it doesn't make doesn't make no difference.
Okay, and
what do you think to do? Like, what are your plans for the future with Natalia?
Oh, we're traveling. Come to find out she like traveling like I do. So we're gonna hit some of these countries we're trying to visit, like, there's a lot of country. Hawaii. Then she wanna go to Cancun. I think we're going to travel. Have this being this traveling, seeing different places. And smiling.
Ay, bueno, Natalia y John, muchas gracias por este momentico. And I hope that everything goes well with you. Please let us know as soon as possible you have the date for your wedding. Let us know because we want to be part of that moment. Yes.
Go in the office. That was beautiful that have you there and being part of that beautiful moment as well. Like, this is our main, how you say, reward when we do that is really like to see you guys happy and finding that connection, finding that person. And even due to challenges like communication, you saw that she spoke some English, but she made the effort to learn the language, to have not the problem of misunderstanding. And with patience, with love, with compassion, with time and motivation, you will get there. And sometimes it's not in the first try. Sometimes it's not like John and Natalia that you write one letter and then it's that, sometimes it takes a little bit longer. But if you are determined that this is for you, you want to meet somebody in another country, you would love to make that experience, I really would encourage you. You have nothing to lose, right? If you go on a vacation, right? If you come for a week, for two, see it as a vacation, see the investment as one of a vacation investment. If you go on a cruise ship, how much do you pay going on a cruise ship for a week, for 2 weeks? So see it as that, and then just make your own experience. As I say, keep an open mind. Everything is possible. Everything is really depends on your attitude, your mindset, and your motivation as well. And so we try to help you with everything you need, with all the tips and all the organization around, so that you can really just focus on dating and you don't have to worry about anything else. And so yeah, I really encourage you, if you're thinking now, okay, Colombia, I've never been to Colombia, that's weird, what should I do there? Colombia, look a little bit Colombia, look it up, look at the beaches, look at Cartagena. It's an amazing, beautiful city, 500 years old. Santa Marta, where I'm located, is the actually oldest city in South America, 500 years, nearly 500 years old. And beautiful national parks, mountains, landscapes, as I said, beaches, beautiful women, beautiful people. So if you need any help, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're happy to help you with all that. If you have any other questions, you can write me an email, afacolombia7@gmail.com. If you need help about the services, the VIP service, how does it work? What do I have to pay? How do I sign up? Let me know. I will see you in 2 weeks with a testimonial of Ana Maria, of Carolina, and we'll see you in 2 weeks with the testimonials and a lot of new things. And have a good evening. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. It was a pleasure. Bye bye.
Chicos, les quiero presentar en esta oportunidad a nuestra bella afiliada Jessica. Jessica tiene el perfil 203525. ¿Cómo estás, Jessica? Buenas noches, bienvenida.
Hola, buenas noches, bien, gracias.
Jessica, ¿es tu primer evento?
Sí, señora.
¿Y cuáles son tus expectativas? ¿Vienes recomendada? ¿Qué te han comentado?
Bueno, me hablaron un poco de la agencia, en realidad no conozco a nadie acá, pero quise inscribirme y pues bueno, espero poder encontrar a mi caballero ideal.
Qué bueno. ¿Y cómo es ese caballero ideal para conocerlo un poquito?
Bueno, que sea una persona atenta, detallista, decente.
Ok. Para compartir, ¿quieres tener hijos? ¿Ya tienes hijos?
No, no tengo hijos. Sí me gustaría hacer una familia con una persona del extranjero y pues si es posible irme a vivir fuera.
¿Qué edad tienes tú?
27 años.
Estás en muy buena edad. ¿Estás estudiando ahorita? ¿Trabajas?
Trabajo.
¿Cuál es tu profesión?
Soy tecnóloga en delineante de arquitectura, ingeniería y decoradora de interiores.
Bueno, una profesión muy bonita, muy interesante porque tienes que ser como bastante creativa, ¿cierto? Bueno, y cuéntame, ¿qué ciudad te llamaría la atención para vivir? ¿Tienes alguna en mente? ¿Alguna que te llame así como más?
Ciudad fuera del país.
Sí, sí. Fuera de Colombia, en este caso, como dice que te quieres ir a vivir al extranjero.
Exacto, me gustaría vivir en Estados Unidos.
Ok. Directamente.
Exactamente.
Qué bueno. Y acerca de ti, ¿qué te gusta hacer? ¿Cuál es tu pasatiempo favorito?
Bueno, me gusta hacer deporte.
¿Qué
me
tipo de
gusta
deporte? ¿Alguno especial?
Más que todo, pues corro o voy a gimnasio, me gusta mucho y ya.
¿Te gusta hacer la vida fitness?
Sí.
Pero de vez en cuando una pizza o una hamburguesita.
Exacto, no, eso sí.
Como para una tarde chévere diferente.
Sí es.
Qué bueno, está bien. Si tuvieses que hacerle una pregunta interesante a través de la cual puedas crear una conexión con un caballero, para ti, ¿cuál sería esa pregunta como puntual que te gustaría conocer de ellos en este caso? O de esa persona con la cual crearías esa conexión.
No sé.
¿Se te viene algo a la mente? De pronto, no sé, algo orientado hacia la parte familiar, ¿no?
Sí, más que todo a la parte familiar, cómo se lleva con sus padres, con quién vive, si tiene hijos, más que todo sería eso.
Chévere. Bueno, esperamos que esta noche sea algo especial para ti, esta primera noche como tal. Muchas gracias. Y bueno, chicos, si quieren conocer un poquito más de Jessica, 203525 es su perfil para que se puedan conectar. Gracias. Dunis.
Montería.
Ah, de Montería, bueno. Monteriana. Dunis.
Bueno, de Ciénaga de Oro, pero vivo en Montería.
Ok, perfecto. Dunis es nuestra afiliada número 202663. Una preciosa mujer madura. Dunis, ¿cuántos años tienes?
50 años.
50 años, wow, qué chévere. ¿Tienes hijos?
No, no tengo hijos.
No tienes hijos, ok. O sea, ¿te gustaría conseguir ya una pareja como para compartir?
Sí, me gustaría conseguir una pareja que sea para compartir, una persona que sea bien interesante, que sea un hombre que sea educado, que sea cariñoso, con muy buenas costumbres, con muy buena hoja de vida. Bueno.
Mejor dicho, que
Sí.
cumpla con varios requisitos. Y cuéntame, ¿cuál es tu profesión? ¿Qué haces?
Soy contadora, trabajo en una empresa del sector público y fuera de eso trabajo como independiente también.
Eres emprendedora, tienes tu propio
Negocio, tengo mi propio negocio. Sí.
acerca de todo lo que es la parte de
Tengo un negocio alterno distinto a mi carrera como contadora. Trabajo en esa empresa, en la empresa, pues no voy a decir cuál es la empresa, pero una empresa del sector público y trabajo como contadora de esa empresa. Y mi negocio es independiente, pero es sobre venta de ropa.
Ah, ok.
Sí.
Tienes tu negocio. Bueno, maravilloso, una mujer bastante emprendedora. ¿Y qué te gusta hacer? ¿Cuáles son tus hobbies? ¿Qué haces en tu tiempo libre?
Bueno, la verdad me gusta leer, me gusta compartir con mis amigos, soy muy sociable, me gusta viajar, me gusta ir mucho a restaurantes.
¿Cuál es tu comida preferida?
La comida italiana, me gusta mucho la comida árabe. ¿Qué más?
¿Algún país que te llame la atención de conocer?
Sí, me gustaría Europa, me gustaría ir, en mi próximo viaje pues me gustaría ir a Europa y bueno, en estos momentos tengo pensado ir en el próximo mes, voy a conocer Turquía y Egipto.
Qué bueno, interesantísimo. ¿Y cuáles son tus expectativas esta noche del evento? Porque entiendo que es tu primera vez.
Sí, conocer a alguien pues
Con quien establecer un poquito esa conexión.
Un poquito de conexión, pues por lo menos conversar, conocerlo de amigos y que a un futuro pues de pronto quizás.
Perfecto.
Pero mientras tanto pues conocer a alguien.
Exactamente,
Sí.
todo paso a paso.
Así es.
Bueno, esperamos que te disfrutes esta noche a través de Foreign Affair, que se te da esta oportunidad, que sea una noche mágica, y puedes mandarle un mensaje a cualquiera de esos caballeros que te pueden estar viendo en este momento, que pueden escribirte una carta, contactarte al 202663. Chicos, si le quieren hacer alguna pregunta a Duni, es una mujer bastante interesante, emprendedora, madura, quiere su compañero para compartir, ya saben que pueden contactarla directamente.
Muchas gracias. Bueno, un saludo muy especial a todos ustedes. Contenta de estar aquí, de conocerlos, de tener la oportunidad de conocer a esa persona, por ejemplo, de otro país, o si es de aquí mismo de Colombia. La verdad es que no sé quiénes son las personas que están
Todos extranjeros.
Entonces, si son todos extranjeros, pues encantada en conocerlos, conocer su cultura, sus costumbres.
Qué bonito.
Bueno, entonces sería
Así será. Vamos a disfrutar entonces esta noche, Duni. Muchísimas gracias por tu tiempo. Gracias.
Bueno, Yori y yo nos conocimos en septiembre del año pasado. Pues obviamente él me envió una carta y yo la respondí. Pues desde un principio me pareció siempre muy caballero, muy respetuoso. Se notaba pues como ya muy maduro, buscando algo serio, que obviamente pues era lo que yo también quiero. Y no, yo creo que desde un principio hicimos un match y ya llevamos 5 meses como novios y estamos comprometidos para casarnos.
John, what was your first impression about Natalia?
I got 3. First one was I didn't know she speak good English. Number 2, she loved horror movies. Number 3, we both like comedy.
For you, it's very important that the girls speak English. That make everything easier for you, or the Spanish, like the language barrier, it's bigger.
Language barrier is bigger, but it's also good to have certain little bit English, but it all depends on the person. If the person is a mind, the woman speaking all English, it's okay. But when I found out that we communicate real good by her speaking just a little English, it was wonderful. So that's how we communicated, and we've been communicating since September, every single day.
Nati, y te pregunto, por ejemplo, ¿cómo ha sido la comunicación contigo y con John? Pues, ¿te ha parecido muy complicado el hecho de que él hable inglés, tú hables español? Claro que tú tienes como bases de inglés también.
No, pues obviamente cuando empezamos, pues mi inglés no era pues tan bueno y yo me propuse pues la meta de querer entenderle y querer pues como mejorar como esa parte, porque pues digamos el hecho de que yo no entienda bien lo que él me quiera decir pues puede provocar como algo malentendido y obviamente pues no lo quería. Entonces comencé a practicar todos los días y ya pues cuando empezamos a hablar del todo pues obviamente ya con él practicaba a diario y yo muchas veces le hacía preguntas sobre cómo se dice esto, qué quiere decir esto, y si no pues me ayudaba pues con las herramientas disponibles pues para traducción. Para mí es pues fundamental y hasta el momento pues nos hemos entendido bien. Cuando de pronto me habla muy rápido porque pues se le olvida, yo le digo please speak slow, y pues hemos mejorado pues mucho en esa parte. Y también pues quiero que él aprenda español y hasta el momento pues ya dice algunas frasecitas.
John, why a Colombian girl? Why not a girl from other country?
Because I did show other women, it was the Latino women answer my letters faster than other women. I get turned down by Russian and Asian women. So Latino women kept answering my letters. So it wasn't I chose them, it chose me. And plus I had a fascination with Latino women anyway in my life, so ever since the 70s. So ever since Rita Romero, Gloria Estefan, Sheila E., and so on. So always been my love for Latino women.
Natalia, ¿y están pensando ya en irse a vivir a Estados Unidos o qué planean hacer? ¿Cómo planean hacerlo?
Pues sí, queremos obviamente solicitar pues la visa fiancé. vamos a empezar pues pronto con ese proceso y sí, claro, pues yo estoy totalmente abierta al cambio de país porque pues desde que lo conocí la primera o tercera palabra que leí es mi sueño es vivir en Estados Unidos y él me dijo, ok, perfect. Entonces sí, obviamente sí queremos hacer vida en Michigan.
Tú tienes un hijo, ¿cómo ha sido todo con tu hijo? O sea, John está abierto a que tú te vayas con tu hijo. ¿Cómo ha sido la relación ahí con tu hijo?
No, súper bien, súper bien. Cuando hacíamos llamadas siempre estaba pues con mi niño lo saludaba, él también lo saludaba. Pues varias veces incluso le envió regalitos pues a mi niño y claro, él está totalmente pues de acuerdo en que yo me vaya a vivir con él, que sería lo correcto.
John, what do you think about the fact that she has a children?
Fine with me to have a child. we're both parents, so it doesn't make no difference.
Okay, and what do you think to do? Like, what are your plans for the future with Natalia?
Oh, we're traveling. Come to find out she like traveling like I do. So we're gonna hit some of these countries we're trying to visit, like, there's another country. Hawaii. Then she wanna go to Cancun. I think we want to travel. Have this being in this. Traveling, seeing different places. I'm smiling.
Ay, bueno, Natalia y John, muchas gracias por este momentico. And I hope that everything goes well with you. Please let us know as soon as possible you have the date for your wedding. Let us know because we want to be part of that moment.
Yes.